Test 1, yeah. Yeah, we're going now, and we're not dropping frames. The best of both worlds. Is it going up? Is it up? Has it happened? Has it happened? We on a time delay. There it is. Whoa, gotta change the title of it though.
Oh yeah. What do you want me to change it to? I can handle it.
Just VFX with the F-Dawg. You don't have to do that. That's kind of a lame.
Please do it.
Let me know when that title's changed so I can tweet it. What up, everybody? What up, nobody in here right now? That's cool. Oh, there it is. How's it going? How's it going, everybody? We're going to talk about, we're going to let people filter on here real quick and get that Twitter thing going. Get that tweet. There we go. Tweet was posted. Hope everybody's having themselves a good week. Check it out. Check it out. We're going to wait for some people to come on in. We're going to talk a little bit about our video that's coming out Tuesday, right? Is it Tuesday, guys? I think it's Tuesday. No one's talking to me anymore. Yes, thank you, Ashim. Ashim from behind the computer giving me the Tuesday shout out. All right. We're going to be on the Adobe Creative Suite. We're going to be doing Premiere, a little bit of After Effects today. Oh, dang. That didn't work as well as I thought. Let's see. Let's try that again. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it goes. Anyway. Okay. Let's see. What? You're way back in time. I have people in the bullpen here. So we got a couple of things going on. First of all, what is this video that we're talking about? The one that we're all so very excited about. I'm not going to play it because I would ruin it for you, but I'll give you early birds here, just a sense of what it is. First things first. We're going to start with. I'm just going to go through and randomly just pick up frames. So this one, the first thing you see, it's a guy getting up. Some kind of canine. So basically, the video that we're doing is called. We're calling it Dog Wick, and the idea is it's the John Wick thing, but instead of the dog getting killed, it's John Wick getting killed. And then today, what we're going to cover is we're going to cover some visual effects of some very foolish stuff that we shot. I'll show you this right now. It is a dog, a trained dog on set that we had with a gun in its mouth, taking out bad guys. That's we're gonna do some gun effects, some good old school for AW-ish. Some of that weaponry. Hey, who's there? Oh, how's it going, Clint? Clint is going to be. So meanwhile, while we're doing this, Clint's gonna multitask. And you know what, Clint? You need to send me updates.
Okay.
From the road.
I'll tweet you, or no, I'll text you pictures.
Yeah, text me pictures and video.
Okay.
On the road, and what we'll do is we'll check in with you as time goes on.
We'll FaceTime it.
So what Clint is doing is Clint is going to get some key shots here. We have a quick bit in the trailer here, where the dog here. Obviously, we have a blue screen. We need to put him in a graveyard, and we need to shoot a grave that we're going to change the text with. So Clint's going to be out on the road, mobile. He's out. He's already gone. He's going to be doing some stuff. Yes, indeed. So let's talk a little bit about gun VFX, which is what we're going to do. So this will be the sequence that we'll do here. Ignore the music. I'm taking this from the actual trailer, and we cut it with stuff in place for timing purposes. So ignore the music, but the idea is, this is what you're seeing. And also you'll see that the music is dipping out because there's, bam, right there. So three guys getting killed. Dog jumps up, shoots guy one. We see the dog and we cut back because I want to make sure that you understand that yes, indeed, he does have in fact a gun in his mouth. Go and shoot a third guy and take out this guy's foot. Probably start pan down a little bit so you can see the foot shot. And then when he comes back down into frame here, close up of a headshot, and then do a nice big splatter there on the wall. So this is sped up 110% just a little bit. The shot's nice enough on its own, so we're gonna go right click and replace that with that After Effects comp. And I got After Effects open right here, so we're gonna go to our server. Oh my gosh. Shorts. Go to Dogwick VFX project file. Clint always does these, and he does them real nice. The Freddy VFX folder. Clint's of course already started, being a sort of stalwart individual. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and this is something I always like to do. I always like to just sort of add and edit, just so I'm working on the footage itself. Which I think this has the speed attached to it. It may not actually, now that I think about it. Ah, yeah. You know what? In fact, well, we'll do it the old school way here. We're gonna render this one out. So I'm gonna lose our 2, 3, 5 bars and our time code, just so I have the full footage here. And I am doing some positioning and some changing up there, so I'm just gonna reset this and delete this to where it starts out. So I'm just gonna get a shot. So we'll reframe because we're going into 2, 3, 5 here. So we'll reframe based on that. So we'll just, in this case, we'll do it the old school way. I'm gonna export once again to our dope server. Come on. Sure, VFX footage. I'll do. Oh, Clint may have actually exported some of these already. Yes, he has. He actually already has. Look at that. We'll try and guess once again. Here we go. Let's see here. Looks like Clint has done some work already and has exported this. So let's see. I bet you dog shoot 1 through 5 feel like pretty good guesses here. Yes, it is. Here we go. Dog is up. 1, 2. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna make a new comp based on that. Let's see what we have to deal with. So one of the things that we did when we shot this is it is definitely a little bit brighter than it normally is. Lolin. Favorite video editor, gotta be Thelma Schumacher. Scorsese's go-to. She's rad and super good. And so real quick, we shot this a little bit brighter. We're gonna obviously the color correct here, kind of probably bring it down a little more like so, you know, just to feel a little bit darker. But it's good to have sort of the levels there so that we can play around with it as we need be. So not much to do here. This is just gonna be a gunshot. So boom, he's reacting there. And it's probably 1, 2, right? So we got a shot and a headshot. So we'll do like a shoulder. It looks like he's reacting on his shoulder, and then our stunt guy is locking his head back. So it's like a shoulder headshot. So, all right. So let's pull into our assets, our visual effects materials, and of course, so Action Essentials is obviously really good. What we've done is we've done a thing called what we've done here is we've taken the Action Essentials pack and we've taken the charges and just taken still frames from them. I actually like these because these are from the charges section there, and these aren't the muzzle flashes they use. And the reason why I like these a little bit better is because you'll notice that there's actually like flame gradation within these. It's not just pure white. You actually have like white to orange. There's like a gradation there, which actually I think ends up looking better when you put it in front. And this was an idea that I think Sam and Nico or Brandon had way back in the day, because we were always like kind of frustrated with constantly seeing like the star muzzle flare that you see like all the time. Like just to show you guys what I'm talking about here, like the Action Essentials like look is this, like this thing right here you've seen a trillionaire times in like all kinds of movies all over the place, and it's like it's to the point where it's like it was even on Archer. It was like you just see it everywhere, and because it's just from Action Essentials, which is good, but you know we wanted to have a more unique look for what we were doing. It's almost like the Wilhelm scream of visual effects is those star muzzle flares. So what we did was we took charges and then we just took them out and just imported, just took still frames from them. And so when you lay them in here, again, it's a range, it's orange. You can still do the same trick, which is set this to screen mode, but they just, I think, look way better. Now, one of the things here with this one is obviously this is super saturated compared to the rest, but we'll go ahead and just like rough these in. So these are all still frames. There, so it's like bang, and let's get another one here, another frontal one. 4 looks pretty good, same thing. Let's see where, headshot right there. We'll set this also to screen mode. So bang, bang. Okay, how about that? So first things first here, we're gonna isolate the dog a little bit, so that, because when this muzzle flare goes off, there's kind of a foreground element here that we're working with. A couple ways of doing that, so we'll see. Okay, could just do a roto. Only thing is this ear gets a little bit chunky, like hard to differentiate obviously between his ear and the guy. Let's just take a quick look and see what roto brush does. Normally, because again, these are all like, whenever you see this, it's just like one frame, so you don't really need to have it be like the world's cleanest, you know, rotoscope. You don't need to have the world's greatest rotoscoping like skills or look on this, just because again, the point of it is you're only seeing it for just a second, so it's okay to kind of, we've always sort of in the past used roto brush and people are like, you know, like roto brush sucks or what have you, but it works fine for this stuff. So like, yeah, a little bit of the ear. I suppose that's all right. Let's see how this behaves here once we go forward. Okay, all right, not bad. And I'm doing this a little bit more aggressively because I know that one of the things I want to have is some smoke still kind of in the air. So with that in place, you know, one of the things that's helpful here is you go down here, adjust exposure. This is just what you're looking at. So view-wise, you can actually kind of dig in and see what's going on. So we're going way brighter than we would normally, but it does let us see like, ah, okay, here's a little spot of fur, and here's his ear, and we don't have to guess at it. There's a spot there. Let's hug the animal a little bit more. Again, not too super concerned with making sure the fur edge is perfect here because it's going to be dark. We're going to see just a flare for a second. Let's ignore that. Keep the line going. People in the chat, feel free to post good music to listen to. We're not going to put it on the back of the stream because we put these up later and we don't want to get, you know, flagged for copyright stuff, but you know, if you feel the need to show off good music playlists, feel free to throw that in the chat. Okay, this frame is more important because you can see this frame is the one that that the flash will show up on, and this one's a little bit of a cheat. One of the reasons why, because you don't actually see the gun, right? And technically, if there's a flash here, it would, this tail is actually also in front of it, so I'm gonna make sure I get that as well. World's dirtiest roto. It's like dirty jobs with micro, except rotoing. Just chunky and fast. Cool. And almost. Tail's gone, don't need that bit anymore. There it is. We'll freeze this right now, and I'll take a look at the chat. See the cameraman in the background in the reflection, hold up, of the mirror next to him. So the camera? You talking about? I think you're talking about this guy right here. Now remember, this is the super bright view. When we bring it all the way down, you ain't seeing anything. So that's frozen here. This is where I rename our stuff here. So.
What are you saying?
Hello, everybody. Say hi to Chair.
Hi. Oh my God, that looks just like fire.
So we're gonna do motion blur.
Okay, all right. Roscoe,
Gonna
come on.
feather it a little bit stronger because. Shift the edge back a hair. Pop up reduce chatter. And we'll do one last thing here, which is we'll go to key correct. And we'll do an edge blur on it. Just soften it up because it's supposed to be fur anyway. And it's supposed to be a little bit out of focus. Cool. So, boom. Gunshot number 1. And gunshot number 2. So we're positioning these. And again, the gun's right in his mouth and kind of facing away from us, so we actually don't see it. We're just kind of using the dog itself. And sound design, of course, is going to help sell this. So let's talk about what the... So, hue and saturation for these are obviously, this is a little bit high. In fact, here's what I'll do. I'm going to pre-comp these to be flares. Boom. You can pop hue and saturation on it. Set the blending mode to from flares to screen. Master saturation, bring it down, and try and match kind of the environment that we're in, which is like almost like negative 60. Feels like that's about right there. What we're going to also do is we're going to copy and paste that, put it on top, and then effect, blur and sharpen. Ugh, I hate that they removed this, but fast blur, which is obsolete according to them, but not obsolete according to me. So they get a little bit of a glow to it. Obviously, you don't want to overdo it. You can overdo it and have it just be so huge that you can't tell what's going on, but just like a little bit of softness around the edges there. And then we're going to back off the opacity of it down. So there it is. There's a little bit of a glow. 1, 2. Cool. So I think it's important to remember too, what would we expect to see in this sort of environment? Obviously, when this fires, it represents a gigantic light source in this dark room. Oh, hold on, Clint's wanting to FaceTime with us. Clint, what's up, Clint?
So I had to circle the premises because I didn't see an entrance.
Okay.
But I've parked on the side of the road and I think I've got a lead. So I'm making my way up. I'll give you another call when I get in.
show the people like your surroundings real quick.
Okay, so this is what I'm looking at right now. So it's over there, beyond that gate.
Okay.
There's this gate here, and I got the road over here. Parked right there.
Yep.
Neighborhood. But I got to get into there, and it goes all the way back, like a mile and a half back this way on the other side of these houses.
Excellent.
So I'll give you further updates soon.
Excellent.
All right, this is live. This is Clint Jones live on the scene. I'll see you guys later.
Okay. So, Diogo, increase the brightness of the frames with flares to fake the light added by the fire. So yes, we are going to do that, but not quite exactly the way you think. So we are going to take this background here and bring it brighter. However, it's not exactly what would happen here if we had a light source in that. You have to kind of do a little bit of painting here. Incidentally, Sam Viner, Clint just installed the FX console. It's super good, and I haven't installed it yet, but I will be. He's playing around with it for the last week, and it's pretty dope. Clint, for those of you who are not realizing, Clint is out getting some shots for this short from a graveyard. So he's going to be checking in periodically from the road. So we'll keep track of him and what he's up to. So all right, so boom, boom. Okay. So like I said, so that we're going to rename this to brightness there and save our work. And so one of the things that I found that's nice is that if you set the mode to add mode does a pretty good job of blowing up highlights more because it's additive in terms of the luminescence. So it's blowing up highlights more and it illuminates shadows. So easy way to do this for real would have been to have a flash on set. But again, we're only talking about sort of one frame at a time here. So I'm going to take this brightness layer, and we assume the dog is just, shooting it from the front, so to speak. So if I put this brightness layer on top, and it's just basically the whole thing in add mode, not every piece of this is going to be lit up. And so we're going to sort of, for this frame that this shows up, we're going to selectively roto what we would expect to see lit up from here. So we wouldn't necessarily expect to see much of the couch, but you might see, say, I'll make sure that, yeah, there we go. You might see, for example, just a little bit of it, the front edge here, up. I'm gonna actually go to Roto Bezier, make life a little easier. So you might see this bit lit up a little. You might see just a little bit around here, sort of back corner. And then also I'm gonna take the feather and then feather out and add sort of add some node points so that doesn't just go totally nuts. It's like, oh no! I guess After Effects broke. It's too difficult a concept for it. Alright, let's open that back up again. Crash number one. Crash number one. Let's see. Let's get back up in there. Oh yeah, very good. Excellent. Sometimes you try and roto so hard. So let's take the brightness layer. Let's try that again. So like for instance, you know, we expect sort of the area around the front of it and this guy here to be lit up more than anything else, right? So I'm just gonna kind of do the foreground here. This layer, set this to add. So here I'm gonna actually cheat it and do the fake feather around it, and then sort of scrunch it in a little bit when we get closer to our bro. So maybe just a little bit more, and then we'll just do an overall, just a hair up top there. Oop, not the front bit. Oops. Getting kind of a weird halo effect here, so grab these and come in a little bit more aggressively. Cool. Let's see. The chair here definitely wouldn't really be getting it. And by the way, this is we're gonna take the overall opacity of it down in just a second. Let's see, what other things might you see here? Overall, I would say kind of this back wall, probably see it. But of course that's a little bit too much, so we'll go into the masks themselves, take this mask, and then take the opacity of it down. So that way we can kind of like work with both of these in the relative amounts. Probably would see this thing right, oh no. Probably would see this piece get lit up as well, but probably not as strong. So we'll take that, feather that out a little bit, and also set the opacity of it and bring that down, just so it does a hint of it. If you want to be hardcore about this, one thing we could do is on top of all this, carve out approximately. I have no idea if this is gonna look any good, so bear with me for a second. Take the guy and kind of funk a little bit. And whoops. This may not work. Let's see here. If I take that and I do subtract, just very quickly just sort of rough this in, see what this looks like. The idea of trying to throw the shadow behind him a little bit, but I don't think it looks that good. Don't think it looks very good at all. I'll just delete it. So boom. So again, like when you're sitting here, you're staring at it, you're like, that doesn't look right, or what have you. But once you see it again in context and at speed, the situation changes. And generally, when we're talking about visual effects, you're always going to be seeing stuff in context and at speed. So boom. And really kind of it obeys the rules here, right? It's like it's hitting the spot that we think it would hit. It's kind of in front. It's not, it wouldn't be lighting up so much this side of things. It's not lighting up the whole frame evenly. It does give depth to the scene and what we're expecting to see, right? So that's pretty good for that one. And it's probably going to be pretty similar, honestly, for the next one. I'll just go ahead and copy this and just get over to the second shot. And we'll just slide these around, make sure that they're still fit. Here's our main guy one. Tweak that down. This is still about correct. And this one we will just kind of shove in a little bit there like that. Okay, so now when we talk about just the brightness of the flares, all right, not bad. Boom, boom. All right. Yes, Geezer Frog. That'll be one of the last steps that we do, is getting some splatter there on the walls. One of the things that we always like to combine with our flares is a little bit of smoke. So first things first, here we're gonna track to approximately the plane of where the flare is on, which is about as far away as this couch is. So I'm gonna go into here. We're gonna track motion, and we can even do rotation too, because this one's handheld. But we will just give it some ugly track spots. That's an ugly spot right there. Not even a real spot, but I think my gut says it'll do just fine. Here we can get a little better. Let's find a good spot, like right about there, that little nook. We're just gonna track from where the gun starts. Cool. So that looks like it's pretty on. Create a. Which one's null object again? That's not it. That's adjustment layer. There it is. We're gonna new null object. Edit our target to hit the null object. And apply. I'm sorry, it's all in the corner, guys. You can't see that. We're applying the motion there to the null object. And you take a look here. Let's see how this thing sits with the couch. Yeah, pretty good. Looks like it's pretty much locked in. So we'll go into our assets folder once again. Go to the VFX materials and CC smoke 17, because that's again the greatest smoke asset ever created, never built. Oh, look at that! You can't. Sorry, 17. Smoker 16. There it is. So we're gonna parent the smoke to the null object. So now it's kind of sitting around in the scene a little bit. Set the blend mode to screen, and this is going to be in front of the dog, so we're going to put this with the layers underneath the front bit. So there it is. Let's see what this looks like right about there. Smoky. Now of course that's a little bit too much, a little too bright, so we will take the opacity of it and drop it down. That's at 20% there. Boom. Cool. I'm just going to reuse it here. Copied and pasted it, reparent it. I'm just going to rotate it differently so that you see a different piece of it for the second flare. So now you got a little bit of smoke coming out of the gunshot, which is nice. So the smoke pack of stuffs, just so you guys know, it's a pack that's been around that like Sam, Nico, Brandon, myself, we've been using since like old school, like back in the day, old school. Oh, hey, look at that. This video is not stolen. Hey, pretty good, man. Wow, okay, hold on. This is funny. This guy this guy wrote, "This video is not stolen from AW. I just download his videos and add my own smoke. If you think I re-upload, look, it's wrong." Let's see here. Let's see how he did. Let's see how he did. Yeah, that's looks like he did it. Congratulations. Oh man, everyone's hating for it. You know what? Rock on, bro. Okay. It was called NCC Cinema. It was a smoke pack. There was 18 of them. We've used basically 14, 15, 16, 17, the last 4 in like everything, because they're just really good, just quick, all-purpose smoke asset effects. Like literally, if you watch everything that we've ever done, you'll see hints of these. Anytime there's a smoke puff, it's those ones. And basically, I think the way they shot was they just put a firecracker on a string and lit it kind of evenly and just popped it off, which, you know, not too hard to do, by the way. We should probably go ahead and make our own at some point. Only thing here, just I'm noticing, is the brightness of this flare. I want to be a little bit stronger, so I'm gonna just very quickly just get in there and just pump the levels of it just a little bit. Now, granted, there we go. All right, so what else we gotta do? What's missing? Hold on a second. I'm seeing some chats, and is this? There we go. Let's see. No control cinema. That's
Freddie,
right.
make a sound.
Ah, that was very loud. All right. So this guy's getting shot, and it looks like a shoulder and the back. So first things first is we're gonna copy this, bring this up, and we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna roto this guy specifically out of this guy, and I guess really kind of the dog. So and we'll go right into roto brush. What's nice about roto brush in this case is this one shouldn't be too difficult, because if you'll notice, he's standing pretty clean in front of some stuff, and the wall there is pretty much the same color, so roto brush should have like no trouble taking care of this. And I'm not really too worried about his feet and his legs, because he says he's getting shot up here. I don't expect a lot of the elements to kind of go down into that world, but you can get pretty nice clean. Look at that. Look at that. Roto brush is doing work. This little ear here probably won't matter, honestly. A little bit of soup coat there. Little hand. Yeah, anytime you get the chance of, like, you know, in this case here, shooting up against a blank wall as opposed to, say, a really ornate painting or something, it actually is super helpful because Rotobrush has just no issue whatsoever yanking stuff and people from in front of that in a pinch. Like, if your character, you know, if you're up against the clock and you gotta shoot some actually, let me just turn this exposure up so I just make sure I'm seeing the right pieces here. If you're a pinch, you can also you can shoot someone in front of a you can shoot someone in front of like a blank wall, assuming they don't have like a white shirt on or something like that. You know, in this case, obviously they have like, you know, like a hoodie. And use Rotobrush if you don't have a green screen. I don't recommend it. The world's fastest green screen is if you can get up on a roof or something and use the sky. That's the world's best sort of quick green screen in a pinch. But barring that, Rotobrush in After Effects does a pretty good job. See, obviously it becomes a little more difficult here on the cabinet, but then when we talk about, you know, the other pieces of this guy, it's pretty good. Not worried about that because the last bit here is going to be the headshot, which is going to be up here, and really what matters is the shoulder line and the wall itself. And, you know, again, this kind of goes a little bit into the philosophy of when we're talking about visual effects and how to not spend forever. You know, like, right, this is a version of the shot where you can sit here and roto him absolutely perfectly, right, and get it like, you know, the fur and everything. But you also gotta think about it in a way where you can just work with what you have and kind of just go with a little bit what you have. So it's like, okay, if he's getting shot and all I'm worried about is up here, I don't need to worry so much about what's going on roto-wise, you know, at the bottom here. That can kind of take care of itself. And even this piece here that I'm touching in this corner is probably not really necessary. So that's pretty good here. Set that and freeze it. And I'm going to take a look over here. We have Colgate toothpaste and Crest toothpaste in the chat for some unknown reason. Oh no. And they're having the toothbrush flame war. We're gonna let that play out. But careful, everybody. Moderators are watching, y'all. Don't be lame. So we have our guy and dog here. We'll use motion blur on this mat, and as you can see, he's not coming in front of everything. So technically, if you think about this in terms of like the layers of what we're looking at, we got our dog in front. We have flares in front of that, which are going to be on top of the guy, which is then going to be on top of the background, which is going to be underneath the brightness layers. So that should do it. The flares can actually sit on top it because it's not really that big of an issue. But if you want to do it properly, I guess it'd be like, no. Dog front bit. Foreground, not front bit. That's a better way of doing it. Cam, you get that photograph?
Yeah.
Do you have a card reader?
Not on me. Can we grab one?
Yeah, just check. I would check on the film school side and see if they have a card reader.
Okay,
and bring it
great.
in. So let's see here. Where was I? Ah, yes. Guy and dog photo. So this is only going to be happening when he's getting shot. So let's see. First things first. What does it look like when the person gets shot? So this was sort of something that's a holdover from like way back in the day. I'll move the camera a little bit. So we used to do, you know, these sort of blood hits, and over time we were like, well, you know, stuff like this, that's pretty ridiculous. And over time we're like, well, what are the different ways that we can do hits? And one of the things that we found was to do, we're streaming, by the way, if you want to say hi, bro.
Sure.
Everyone say hello to the intern.
I'm the intern.
There he is. Oh, cool. Okay. Let's take a quick brief break from our discussion of, I got
There you go.
discussion of guns to pop in a thumb drive. Let's take a look. So what we needed, so what Cameron was doing was we have the shot, obviously, of, you know, the Dogwick digging up his crate of guns, and the reveal, of course, is, let's see here, make sure this plays smoothly. Looks, and oh, there it is. But we needed guns in there, so let's take a look. See what you got. You did photo or video?
Photo.
Okay, cool.
You got two slightly different angles. Couple options.
I think this is this stuff. Oh, 1 second here, fellas. There it is. Cool. Hey, that looks like it'll fit just fine.
Great.
Cool. Perfect. So we'll get to that one actually in a little bit, but good job. Good work.
Thank you.
Fantastic. All right, back to our our gun nerdy stuff. So, people get shot actually. If you ever, you know, in the process of obviously looking up, what is this? Visual effects. You know, we flower. You find YouTube ends up being like a really good place for a lot of that stuff, and what we really kind of came up with when we realized was like, well, in the end, not too much happens if someone gets shot. Those are squib hits that Sam and Nico shot actually. We'll go the easier way here. I'm trying to remember, where's the is it dust elements? I believe those powder hits. Let's take a look here. So one of the things that we started to do, because obviously we didn't want to just do like tons of super gory things on all the YouTube videos, was to try and do a different look for getting shot. And what we kind of settled on was we found, where is it? We found some of the powder hits, once you recolored them to red, actually work okay as a substitute for like gunshots. So obviously that's huge and gigantic, but let's sort of like, and since this is now part of the camera, the motion, we'll put the tracker on it. So right, so like if you did it, like if we were saying that he's getting shot in the shoulder, and we're saying boom to there, and the shoulder kind of comes down a little bit, kind of comes down a little bit, just like. So one of the things we found was like, you know what, that looks actually pretty good, especially if you go, you know. So here's what we did, and again, trying to not just have everything be just wet, goopy, gory. So if we map the white to like more of a blood color here, and this is just using tint. That might be a little bit saturated, but, and one of the things too, it's like, that's okay. And you also, if you take it and you sort of take the opacity, and then by the time you get to about here, you drop it down completely, so it's like boom, so it's like a little faster. So it like sort of dissipates a little bit more. The other thing too is to put it behind the guy. So the moment you sort of start behind, you start to bite a little bit more. All right. I'm gonna lose the positional keyframes I was doing on what I was thinking there. So now it actually feels like it's part of this element, just because it's like kind of living within the world itself. So it's a good, like, a sort of subtle way of getting like a blood hit going without being, you know, super gory. And that was something that we actually started to think about when we were doing all these gun videos sort of back in the day, is like, especially, you know, stuff like, you know, it's like if you did like big gory hits on everything, it would start to get pretty like flaggable pretty fast just because how violent it was getting. So the powdery, dusty hit was, you know, sort of something that we kind of was like, it's kind of maybe a better way of doing it. And incidentally, it is something that you start to see a lot in a bunch of places as a way of like getting like the impact of a good hit without having to necessarily deal with, you know, being just too gory and distracting. So one of the things that we'll do there is we'll do a combination. Then we'll take here's Smoker 16 again, just to show you the versatility of it, and we think a lot about like, okay, so when a squib hit does go off, what is going off? It is a little tiny explosive that's propelling blood, and in this case too, probably a little bit of like smoke as well, right? So we'll take that and we'll take it way down, just to give, again, trying to give a little bit of depth to what you're looking at. So that has like, it's not just sort of one flat red thing, right? So here it is with it, without, you know, it's just sort of a flat red look. But if you have like a little smoke in front of it as well, it just adds just a hair more dimensionality to it, right? And that's probably a little bit too smoky, so I'll take that and I'll bring it down to 15%. So I buy that for like a single shoulder hit there, right? And you could even hear, oh, hold up, Clint's back.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. Clint's back, everybody.
I called you. You didn't answer.
I didn't see it.
Busy doing effects. It's good though. It's good.
How you doing?
Good.
Did you get it?
I'm seeing those graveyard vibes right now.
Oh dang, them hella somber vibes. Yeah. Them super sombs.
I had to pretend like I knew the person. I was like,
You're not here for a frivolous YouTube video.
I'm not here to just film like, filming a dog wait, guys. Hey, can you stand in for me? I'll find a card reader.
Oh, I got you, card reader right here. Hold up. I need to download some stuff. Dog. Yo, dog. Real quick, I just want to point out here, this is a Clint joke. We got the folder, output, we have your final and your rough folder. Stills. I'm gonna dump this card real quick. Don't worry, Clint. I got your card reader right here. Dog. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Yo, no problem, dog. Just the tiniest. Smoke 14, that doesn't quite. So one of the things I should note is that the roto that I'm parenting this blood hit here, null 1, but honestly I should retrack, because the first null one was for, what the heck? The first null object was for the foreground, and the foreground is necessarily it can move differently compared to the background, and our second null object here is very much the background, because this is where that guy is. So instead here I'm going to go ahead and go off of this table, which is about the same sort of distance. Same thing, but this time I'm going to track this again, and we're going to apply it to the second null. It may not be that much different, but good. Okay, take another null object, and then we'll edit the target. Sorry, it's in the corner again. Edit this to null 2. Okay, apply it. Boom. Okay. And again, I normally never do this, but BG null, foreground null, and renaming stuff. Okay, so our smoke hits and our powder hits here should go to the background null. Not much of a difference, but it's good to know that's there. Boom, boom. All right. All right, the headshot's got to be. I mean, if you're going to do a headshot. So let's go back into powder hits here. Let's find another powder hit. Oh, yeah. Cool. We like the powder hits specifically just because they're a little heavier, like than smoke. There's actually like particulate matter there. So it actually kind of has a little bit of a movement to it. Oh my gosh. Just right there. Yeah, a little too big. We'll parent that to our background null. And same thing, size-wise, you know, try to be realistic. Oof. Same thing here. I'll also take a little bit of Smoker 16. And again, throw it over there. Rotate it so we get a little bit of a different thing going. Put it on top. Just get, again, a little more depth and dimensionality to this blood hit. That's a little bit too big still. One, two. Probably go a little bit higher. Whoa. There we go. Oof. Bad day. Only thing I might change is I might change the rotation of it so it's a little bit more. There we go. It looks like there's a little bit of movement there, just to make sure. Make sure it gets to where it needs to end up. It's impossible, by the way. Clint, you found this to be the case? It's impossible to do VFX and not make sounds when you do it.
Yeah, I'd like to see someone try. I mean, you got to. That's what it's. The
Yeah, that's the whole
timing,
point.
Feel of it.
That smoke element's coming up in the wrong way, so I'm going to rotate it and get it there. Cool. Cool. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up, everybody. Is our main man Andrew Kramer up in this piece?
What? Huh?
Dude, our main man, A. Kramer.
Wait,
A. Kramer up in this piece, everybody.
you for real?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you've taught me everything I know.
We're being blessed by the presence of the main man,
My heart rate went up just now.
A-Dawg himself,
Dude, I'm blushing.
the crane master, the crane master
Dude,
cycle.
that's big.
It's some big stuff. We should note, by the way, Clint, you've installed the FX toolkit, right?
Oh yeah.
what-
No, it's great.
And you've been using it. I haven't had a chance to play around with it yet. But,
You're gonna love it.
That's on my list of things. It's because as a fan of all things keyboard shortcutty, that's like the way to go, man. But we are blessed by the presence of A. Kramer himself.
Cannot say thank you.
Yeah.
Enough.
The king. What up? What up,
Sensei
pimp?
Kramer?
Sensei Kramer. we should send like some fan art of some
Oh,
kind.
that'd be great.
Yeah, man. Board team, we're going through one at a time. We're trying to be, instructive. You ain't gotta get on me for being slow. Slow and steady wins the race. Everyone saw that.
Hurry up, dude.
Like, hurry up. Okay, so we need to get a big old dirty splatter up in this. Oh man, where we got? Where's our blood splatters at? Is it A1?
So these ones down here, these like splat and splatters.
Splat and splatters. Let's just bring them all in. See what kind of buffoonery we got up to here. Oh boy, hard to see. Let's see one. Let's see how one does. We may need to cheat it a little bit just because. Let me see what this looks like real quick. Let's put this in the world. See what's up. Oh gosh, bad day in bad guy land, bad times in bad guy town. I'm gonna hide this behind there, and now we're starting to see some of the issues with our dog and guy roto. So we'll shift the edge, a little bit, get it in there. Cool. Oh boy. The microphone is literally in the way. Dang. Video co-pilot up in the house, up in the Heezy, showing us how it's done. Just, if you want to, this is a good way. If you need like another bad guy, you can just like throw one here. So that way now we got in this scene we have 2 bad guys. So now we got, yeah, perfect. Totally nailed it. Let's see here. Where's our blood splatter? Let's see. How does this exactly propagate? Oh, this is like the ideal angle and everything, more or less. So we're gonna, first things first with this one, we're gonna sort of feel out how big this needs to be, right? Rotate and get it down. Oof, starting to get there. Let's see if BG Null does enough for us, just to pop it in place. Yep, I buy it. And again, this is a trailer shot, so when we guys see this in context, always remember when you guys do visual effects, your visual effects always are going to never be by themselves, always going to be in context. This is going from boom, and then it's immediately out of the way here to the dog. So the impact of it. Oh boy. Oh yeah, it's already just walked it in. It's already looking pretty good. So we'll throw 3D, make it a 3D layer really quick, just to get a little bit of like the flat, little bit of the perspective of the wall there, more or less.
White and the text to be the exact same color as the background.
Oof. Oof. Harsh. Bad times. Move it down the wall a little bit. And once again, since we're shooting, we're gonna try. Since we're shooting on a camera with a sort of relatively flat profile, we're gonna take hue saturation on it and just walk it down to see until it kind of matches our background a little more. It's been about -50 or so for this camera, and probably even just like a little bit of levels on it too. So relatively dark comparatively. It's just a little bit.
They have to be something I can cut out, so I can't have like
Let's see what that looks like.
one color as a background.
Oof.
Which is why the white has to bleed all the way around.
And again, it's going to be cutting like right away after this, so really the thing that's important here is just getting the sense of, just getting the very quick sort of burst of violence from it, and then you're going to be cutting away right away to this next shot. So I'd say this is pretty good. You can do a quick idiot check by taking this slider and just like bring it way up and just start seeing like, okay, this way up, the red here is still a little bit strong, so it might go to, which, you know, up to you whether or not how much you care about that, obviously, but you know, it's not the end of the world to have it be that way, but just sort of making sure all the sort of elements blend into it by like walking your exposure up and down. So right there, obviously this thing's a little bit, I could use a little bit more love in terms of the low end. Let's see how that looks like without cool. Yeah, I think I'll do it. I think I'll do it for this one. This guy gets effed up pretty hard. The only other thing you might want to do, just as a small detail, is here, since it is Headshot City, one of the things that, and this is now getting pretty deep into the frame by frame, but to go to the standard sort of blood bursts, and you throw one here on top of our guy and dog, just for like a frame, and specifically for one reason, and that specifically is just so that his face gets a little, this is gross, but his face gets like effed up a little bit, you know. Sometimes we'll do like a little, just a little like, probably not the right element actually, honestly. Hold on one second, let me pull some blood bursts. Side. Save your work, always. Clint, you saved yet?
Yeah, I saved like 2 seconds ago.
You saved 2 seconds ago? What a guy. Smart. Super smart. Yes. Let's see here. Let's find a good. Yeah, this looks like a frontal burst. Yeah, there it is. Blood burst 11. Good frontal one. So we'll go in and we'll just pop a frontal one on this guy's face. Oof. Don't get extra gory. We'll see. We'll let the people decide how gory we should go with this one.
The new Rambo gory.
New Rambo gory. Andrew, if you're still in here, one of the things that we were joking about earlier, I think before you showed up, was I think you can make the claim, and Clint, tell me even how you think about this. I think you can make the claim that the visual effects equivalent of the Wilhelm scream, like, is muzzle flash straight. Oh, where is it? I believe it's automatic fire 1. Oh, where is it? Where's the star? You know the star automatic fire?
Which one?
The star automatic fire.
16?
The 16.
No, that's Smoker 16.
Oh yeah, here
It's
we go.
later in the game.
Automatic Fire 4. Automatic Fire 4. This is the Wilhelm scream of visual effects, and I'm sure that you are probably you see this everywhere at this point. But this is the equivalent, and it's gotta be a thing. You know what it is? We gotta do a thing where it's because for us, we've always tried to hide Smoker 16 in places. It's gotta be a thing where it's if you can hide Automatic Fire 4 in a shot in a movie and no one sees it, then right, because the Wilhelm scream is always about if someone notices it, you've lost.
Yeah.
Right. They always try to bury it under stuff.
Yeah.
The key has to be if you can get Automatic Fire 4 into somewhere that's completely inappropriate even, and if no one notices it, that's the key.
If you can put it in the sky as a cloud or something. If you can get it up into the sky as a cloud or an exhaust pop or something out of a car.
Oh yeah, just here's that's gonna be the challenge. You know what? That's gonna be it today. Starting today, this is gonna be a thing for all of our large scale shows. All the stuff that we're doing, the non-YouTube stuff, the large scale stuff. We are going to try and hide Automatic Fire 4 somewhere.
Every minute of footage.
No, it's just gotta be the whole thing. It's gotta be the whole thing. At some point,
Easter
Automatic
egg.
Fire 4 has to be in there, and yeah, that's gonna be the thing that we'll do. Anyway, let's see here. Oh my gosh, that's bad times for that dude. First things first, let's there we go. Hue and saturation down a little bit. Bring that sort of around because we're taking off the different elements. Don't want to be too gray with it. In this case, I'm going to animate it just a little bit. So we got 1 second. Oof. It's just a little extra gore in there. Ugh. Gross. A little bit of fast blur on it, and I think that I'll walk that in. I don't know where Adobe gets themselves off saying fast blur is obsolete. I've used it every day of my life. How dare they? Clint, how do you feel about that?
That it's obsolete?
Yeah, they claim
say
it's
that?
obsolete. It's according to the plugins in here, it's obsolete, bro.
I mean, it is the most often used blur.
Yeah, so where do they? You know what I'm saying? How dare they? How dare they? So just a little tiny bit of extra chunkiness there from that hit. Looks like his nose or something, right? Coming out of his nose or something. But again, very fast, small detail. I think this one's good to go. We can move on. So let's do a quick little render out of this and get it in. Dogwick VFX output dog shoot 1. All right, cool. All right, get in here. Oh my gosh, where's all my windows? So I definitely can't scrub through this. So one of the cool, so this is obviously we were doing this in conjunction with Lionsgate because John Wick 2 is coming out soon, and we basically you guys have any video ideas that could tie into John Wick? And it's we do have this one, which is just John Wick, the trailer for John Wick, but with a dog as opposed to Keanu Reeves running around and killing everybody, and they were down with it, which is why we're doing this. But as part of the requests, I will say one of the cool things that we did get was we got the super duper high res version of the actual movie, which I definitely should not play because of sort of copyright reasons, but pretty cool. This is how, for those of you who are ever curious, this is how the first 8 seconds of the official studio cut of a movie goes, which is they have an 8-second countdown. Anyway. Anyway, let's move on from that to avoid copyright issues. Doom. There we go. Cool. I notice now one of the things I should have done, I forgot to is to just do a quick pre-comp and to go and throw our, oh boy. I'll take everything and put it in a folder called stuff. That's where all the stuff goes. Perfect. And we'll go into our assets. Where is it? Where is it? We always do a little 235 thing. Reveal in project. Where is this? Let's go reveal and Explorer. Dog with VFX overlay. Okay, cool. Shorts, dogwood, VFX overlay, 235. So this is obviously where the final shot's going to be, but we're going to do we got to do a little bit of futzing around to make sure that the shot captures the dog. So there, about here, a little bit. And once it jumps up, don't want to lose it too much, but I think we are at the very top of our frame, more or less. Cool, and when we get up to here, make sure we get a nice... So 235, all of a sudden it's a movie now. Perfect. Perfect, there we go. We'll render that one out. And let the... Cool. Gaussian blur has been updated to be faster and replace fast blur. Not the same, bro. It's not the same. It's like Coke and New Coke. It's like when someone steps by and gives me and tells me that Coke Zero tastes just the same as original Coca-Cola. Guess what? No way. I don't know. Something about you know what's weird? Something about Gaussian blur that I actually don't like. And that's just maybe I'm just being stupid and biased, but
I feel the same thing though.
like because
it is.
it's about what it is. It's about how it handles. Hold on. You know what? I just want to see something. Want to see something here. Where's my brightness layer, foreground, flares? Okay, real quick. Let's try fast blur on it. Let's try Gaussian blur on it. New Gaussian blur. All right, let's see here. That's there, and then fast blur. You know what it is? It's the fall off. That's exactly what it is here. So like with Gaussian blur, it gets super smooth and muddy really fast because of the way I think the math works on it. Is that lower levels is okay, but then once you get to like here, you'll notice like it gets really cottony, like cotton bally really quick. Whereas fast blur, the edges of it flare out farther, and for the purposes of what we use fast blur for a lot of the times, you actually kind of want that weird flare out side effect, because when I'm using it here, so if you guys see it here on flares, is that this is it normally, and then with fast blur on top, it's just giving that little edge glow to it. So it's like a super fast and cheapo way of getting like a glow on it. And then I just feel like, let me see here, what happens if we do Gaussian blur and see what it looks like differently. I feel like with that, I mean, it could be also because I'm in 8-bit. Let's see though. It doesn't quite help, but like to me aesthetically this doesn't quite get me the same goodness as that does. Your mileage may vary. Find the blur that you like. Find the blur that speaks to you, everybody. Okay, cool. So that's one VFX shots down. Just so you guys, just because everyone's in here, just to show you guys what this looks like. Boom, foot shots, head shots. Oh, we should probably put the 2, 3, 4, 5 block. We have the dog pulling a gun. And the guy shooting himself inside. And sorry, one more time. Hold on, one more time. Anyway, that's gonna be the video. That's gonna be the video. So here's a, let's see. You know what? So we had our intern go out and take a photograph of something. So let's talk about what we're gonna do with that real quick. So we have a sequence here where, once again, you have the bad guy doing like the menacing voiceover, and then looks overhead at the crate in which all that stuff is. So we're doing like a flutter cut there. So I'm just gonna cheat it and lose that. Cool. All right. Well, let's folder dog shots. Cool. Get another little dynamic link in there. Cool. And let's see here. So once again, I like to go into it and just copy it out, just so I'm working with the original footage here. Sorry?
Sorry.
Oh. So two things to notice here. One, pretty good shot. Two, Clint, I do need to point out there appears to be something in this. Like, is that you, Clint?
You can almost see my big toe right there.
Well,
dude, that's easy, man. That's easy.
That's GG easy. So here's actually a good one. Here's a good little like tip. It's like, okay, how do you get rid of that as fast as humanly possible, right? So one of the things that you can do that's kind of a weird, like kind of hacky trick is, so right now the camera, and by the way, the camera's a little bit handheld, right? You can see that. Quick, super duper, easy way of losing a foot or losing like an object in frame when you have a good sort of background around it is, let's just take a chunk of it right here and say, okay, it's in there, and we're just gonna subtract it. So now we have a hole in there. But if we take the same piece of footage, because remember the footage is moving. Every piece of the, like with the camera, right? If the camera's moving like left, every pixel around it is moving left in the same way. So if you just kind of bring in another chunk of it, of the footage underneath, without changing anything, by the way. Oh, wrong thing. Just taking a chunk of it and trying to find like, okay, what's a good like piece of it, like right about like there. So like that leaf gets repeated, but sure, whatever. You'll notice like it does kind of do it pretty good, and then all of a sudden, then if you just like throw a mask up, we're done. There, foot's replaced. You're just taking a piece of it, throwing it down in there, and again, because the whole thing is moving in a similar way across the board, you can just done. Another foot shot, fixed it. No one will notice that there's a second leaf, and we'll punch it a little bit. You can do the same thing if you wanted to, like, really, if you're really annoyed with the second leaf, you can also like pre-comp, cut that leaf out, and take another piece of dirt and put it in front of there. But there, cool. Let's take a look at the photographs that you took. A lot of photos, bud.
Too many.
It's like 1,000 photographs. Roto. Kramer hitting it hard with the rotoscoping. Alright, I'm just gonna take the... How's it going, Clint?
Good, I'm just ready to check out these pictures.
Oh, have you seen them?
Because I went to the foam store and cut out foam to match the box, so we didn't need to do this, but...
What are you talking about?
But I mean, I guess you
know what, dude? Are we gonna do the Triforce, like trifecta status?
What is that? What is that?
You got Premiere, After Effects, and Photoshop open at the same time.
That's a cool image.
It's hardcore. It's hardcore.
How much RAM do you have on this computer, Freddie?
Dude, enough for this insanity. This nutso operation.
But can you open the 2015.3 and the 2017 versions?
Dude, that's too much.
That's
Nobody's
too
ever
much.
done that.
That's unheard of.
That's unheard of. That's absurd. I heard there was I heard someone try to do it. The whole building burned down. Like
oh, dude, I heard about that.
Adobe released. They released the whole thing, being like, "Yo, don't do this, guys. This is a fire hazard." All right, so we're gonna do the very, very pro-click method of just opening up a bunch of JPEG files. Perfect. Open. All right.
This is gonna work.
Yeah, it's gonna work just fine. Look at that. Look at them. Okay, cool. So we got some guns Tons of guns. Okay. All right. All right. So first things first. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that looks cool.
This will be our baseline. Set this up over here. So this is the gun plus some coins.
Here's the thing though, this piece of foam is too big. It's bigger than the box.
No, it's not.
It is, like,
It got
physically
scale,
it
but
is.
the dog is smaller.
Yeah, but like, you gotta fit it in the box. Like,
Yeah, but like, just wait.
it won't all fit in the box.
Dog, you have little faith.
I'm just saying, I went to the foam store and I cut out that foam, Freddy. That's all I'm saying. It was the pluck one too, so you can plug it out. The
The pick and pluck?
pick and pluck, man.
Yeah, I don't like a front pick and pluck's great.
That's awesome. I wish I just had that for everything I own.
Just this. We
My
have
watch,
one more.
my,
We
like,
do
my
need
knife.
one more. Ah, there we go. The other coins. Here we go.
Are those the chocolate coins?
No. So wait, show the people what the coins are. So we need obviously. So real quick. So this is what we're matching to, obviously in an old John Wick. Hold on. So actually, I can pull it up inside the Premiere.
Coin City sign.
So this is the John Wick trailer. He at some point opens up and he has these coins here. So we're just like, dang, we need to get gold coins. And we're just like, how are we gonna do this? Like, you could get chocolate coins. And then Latrice was like, oh yeah, it's St. Patty's Day soon. So they just have like St. Patrick's Day, like the Clover, St. Patrick's Day coins for stuff. Yeah, there you go. Actually, a weird thing about these coins is.
Wait.
Haven't done it. I'm not in progress. Why not?
Huh.
I just don't see it working.
It's weird.
It's just
It's actually just right there. Think about it. Just gotta
yeah.
bring it back. There it is. Anyway, so that's where the coins come from. So, hold on, I got so many programs open right now. I'm so confused. Okay, here we go. Copy this. Bring it into here. Clint, what are you doing?
Huh?
Clint, what are you doing?
I don't know.
You said it's supposed to do a backflip.
Here, I'll put down a
From that
little mat.
So we're gonna save this as the
the
box. Yeah, we're gonna save this PNG. What is he doing?
He's on backflip.
Where?
Carpeted floor.
Are you gonna bring it? Are you just gonna... Hold on, wait, Clint, are you gonna be able to show me? Jimmy, what are you, Clint? Are you gonna do a backflip?
I might have to.
Oh boy.
Wait, it's been a minute. No, I'm gonna die on this, dude. Like,
I don't know about this, Clint.
I don't know about this either.
This is why you need a helmet in your life.
There's a helmet and elbow pads.
Are you actually gonna try
I
this?
think so.
It seems very foolish, everybody. It doesn't seem like a very good idea. I feel like I should make this.
Just like I almost died. Not gonna try that again.
Oh man! Holy shit, Clint.
Dude, this is it. This is a backflip.
That was pretty intense.
On camera.
That was pretty intense. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the chat to catch up to that moment here.
Because I was like, I want to watch. 17. Oh. 15.
Still got it.
You still got it, Clint. You still got it, Clint. Come here. Just watch. Just look. Just look.
You have to corner pin those that foam.
Do a corner pin you. Yeah, you just fine. It's like a 2D thing. It's fine. Good job, Clint. That was not okay.
Oh, not.
Just so unsafe.
It's so unsafe, dude.
That
Like,
sounds like user error.
he's beginning to believe.
Not bad. Done.
Done.
Render.
Where's render? Yeah.
Not bad.
See?
Not bad.
Fine. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ooch, 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 ooch. It's gotta be like,
Oh, there should have been a dog bone in there, dude.
yo, it's not too late. Oh, we could change one of the. We could change one of the gold. We could change one of the. Actually, that's a good call. What if you change the gold coins? Hold on. Okay. All right, everybody, we're going on a Google search. Or like treats? Like what are like dog
Just a
treats?
Clip art. A clip art.
This is like halfway there, right? Like this. What like these are not bad. Like I guess what? No, you're right. It can't be gold coins.
No, the gold coins are great. I think gold coins rock. Maybe one slot of gold coins.
It's one slot of gold coins and one slot of dog treats.
Yeah.
It's gotta
Like
be.
kibbles.
Yeah. You know what it is? We have to change. We have to change it. We have to change up the
Shape.
I feel like you have to do it like this, or I mean, you know, like corner pin it or whatever. But like,
Oh, because the dog is gonna be on that side.
oh no, you can scoot the dog over to so you can see it. So it's just small. Like the top right one should just be dog treats, huh?
I think so. Gold coins and dog treats.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. So like, okay, hold on. What should the dog? This is pretty good.
Yeah, but that looks
What
like...
do dog treats look like? Like this? Like the little bones?
This is how much Freddy's been around animals.
I've not been around animals at all. Are is this an accurate Google image search representation of dog treats?
It's about the icon of a dog treat. It's the one you see and you go,
Looks
that looks like a
nauseous.
dog treat.
What if you went straight up dog food and just did like little kibbles? That might be easier.
Yeah.
Like the middle right there?
It's gotta be a bone shape.
This thing?
No, right below that, right
the
below
middle
that.
one?
Just that. Is there a pile
That
of
looks like nah. It looks like
Buttercups, like peanut butter.
yeah. Like I feel like it's gotta be a bone shape. Do you know what I
You
mean?
might have to go out and take more pictures.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, I have the dog down here.
Do you?
Danny!
Yeah.
Where?
Sweets, 'cause yeah, it's in my office. Hold on.
What?
When I brought my dog.
You got a dog?
Shut up. I'll get it. You been in my house.
You had a dog this whole. He's been a
I
dog
don't
here
think
the
Danny
whole
has
time.
a
Dog.
dog. So what? Just take more pictures, blend it into...
You could take pictures. We could
Make a
Google-
new cutout?
You can make a new cutout. Let me see what the deal is. I mean, there's a lot of options, right? Like you could, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, you do have some extra foam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. What do you think, Clint? What do you think?
I think go out there, line up the tripod, cut out the foam, and then just throw it in place of the gold coin, right? It's doable.
Let me see. I want to see that Danny's about to go grab a dog bone for us to see that he's just had at the office for who knows how long at this point. We'll take a look here. Oh my gosh. Someone's getting banned immediately. Yeah?
This is not bone shaped, but I got dog related stuff you might be able to use.
Oh, it's gotta be this. Right? Like this thing.
They're
You
just
guys
a
know this
common,
thing?
just standard dog
You know
toy.
this thing?
Does that read as like dog thing?
I think that's
The Kong is like the most
you know,
like tennis balls.
tennis ball. Also, lighting has changed quite dramatically outside.
That's true. That's true. I mean, we still cut it out and just we'll just replace the PNG and then it'll update it later. But
I mean, otherwise it's a target. We can go
two
around.
dog bones. People call them dog bones. Gotta do the bone. What do you guys don't think about? What do you guys think about the Kong though? I feel like the Kong is a very iconic dog toy.
I don't know. It's just like it might be hard to see, like, and recognize immediately.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But it's
Oh,
just
really
like
quick.
a stash
Hold
of
on.
toys
Wait.
in there.
Do you have the USB thing? I want to point this out really quick. We were like, you know what? The thing that you see in the John Wick trailer is you see all of these dope silencers. And we're just like, do we have the this thing?
The charger.
Oh, yes.
So we're like, we need a silencer. And I looked at my desk, and the Anchor USB charger thing totally works. Like, come on, like that totally works as a crappy like, right? Like, how good is that?
Which video was it, this one?
So yes, so that is those of you you are now in the know. The silencer is in fact an Anchor USB charger. The tug of war rope dog toy. Shark Lops makes a good point. The Kong reads as a butt plug. That's a good point. Yeah, the bone is right. But then the question is like, because here's the problem. Because when you think bone, like dog bone, I guarantee you the image that you have in your head is not. It's not a dog bone. It's a cartoon dog bone.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like you're thinking like a cartoony.
They sell those.
I have one in my house. We
they
actually
sell those.
We got one. We got one for the shoot.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's at my house.
Oh.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
All right. So
It's the cartoon one that you're not.
That's a good point. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll do it. We'll do it later. I guess we'll do it later. Let's do a quick motion track on here.
No, Danny, I got it. I'll bring it tomorrow. Okay, cool.
Boom, quick one. Actually, do I want to stabilize this instead? I feel like I do. I guess a little funky. Nah, we'll just keep it. We'll keep it. Yes, we're still live.
Imagine the hand from the dog.
Oh, you're watching that?
Yeah, the color match the hand on the dog.
A little better. The funny thing is, it's a light on this side and this side. So if you listen behind, but he's blocking the light behind the side. When you like darken, can you go to just that?
Yeah, but it doesn't take too long.
Hey, Glenn.
Wow, yeah.
It doesn't look weird the first 5 times or so, then it starts looking weird, which I think it's okay. Yeah, that's true.
Why are we whispering?
Live.
Oh, it's because we're live.
And lane breaking.
Oh, okay. Why are we all whispering? What is going on?
They're plotting against you.
Oh, I know that. I've always known that. This is an ASMR stream now. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
So like what she said, so she's like, hey, I'm actually supposed to do it. That should be like the beginning we need to cut out.
Freddie, we should get the binaural mic with like silicone ears on it.
Oh my gosh. And just doing it, just like a hardcore ASMR stream.
Just fire guns next to one of the ears.
Oh man.
Okay, so
Sound money.
Alright, pretty good. We didn't have time on the day to do that, so now we have the power of visual effects. We're able to do it later. And I think there's one more piece to this, if I do recall, and that is that there's a really, really good... Yes, it's the ASMR stream, everybody. Really, really good dog green screen shot. Just killer. Just super great. So, let's see. So here's the thing that we're gonna see how bad I am right away here at comp. Stabilize this one first. I got two good points here. I got a rock used to weigh it down. And let's see here. Let's try and do that little bit right there. See if it's smart enough to hang on to it. Taking its time. Should have put 2 rocks on this blue screen, but we didn't. We are using dynamic link here and there. I didn't do it for the Imagine Infinity. It actually works pretty good. We used it for... It just starts to get a little bit annoying, and I think they're starting to address this, but it gets a little bit annoying when you have multiple people, because it's myself and Clint working on this. So usually we'll dynamic link just to get to After Effects, and then pull the source footage and just like cut it up, and then just undo it, so that in the end we don't dynamically link back. We go to After Effects and then render out from After Effects. So we use dynamic link just to link the right pieces of footage into After Effects. That's the Lauren Eva M. Yes, the guns should should be technically at the bottom of the crate. But again, trailer shot, trying to just get the idea. Oh, hold on, is it done? Come on, there, cool, fly. Oh yeah, look at this good old puppo. Look at this puppo. Did I do that right? I'll move all. Yeah. Let's see how well. Let's see. What'd you do on this one? Did you use Primat or key light? Feels like it'd be key lightable, honestly.
I don't know with the hair, maybe Primat, but I keep getting this weird black ring when I use key light. And then when I use Primat, sometimes it won't let me select the background.
Yo, that's like a weird, like, yeah, I get that occasionally too.
I get stuck on both of them. It's weird. Yeah, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
Spill
get that
suppressor.
spill kill.
We'll spill kill in this a second. That spill kill, that blue. There we go.
No light wrap business.
Probably not even. Because also, just, you know, just like there, plus your base plate. It's like, whoa, no. Yeah, so the only issue is that our puppo here kind of, like, depending on how we decide to position it, will kind of block one set of coins. You see what I'm saying? Not worried about the foot because we're going to be, once again, doing a 235 and also probably zooming in the whole thing. Yeah, that's not bad. You just kind of block some of the coins is the only thing, Clint.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I don't mind, but
I don't care. I don't really mind. I think that looks actually worse.
like what?
Because you're like, I think that's better. That I think that's better.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, little color correction,
It's
little
a color
CC.
correction, little key correct, little edge blur. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just fix all my comps for me. Just get it done. I think color correct's pretty much there.
No, I mean you gotta color correct that foam.
The foam?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Blend
mean
that foam.
Foam?
And then maybe brighten up the dog a little bit, and then blur them out a little bit.
It's true. It's true. Color correction. I'll just do levels. Everyone's always gives me crap. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's good. Just make sure. Let's just make sure that we're not going too nuts. So. Well, sometimes I'll do an adjustment layer on top and just have it be really aggressive, just to make sure that like the contrast and the bits sort of fit. So we're putting an adjustment layer here just to like make sure that all of our pieces here are blending in properly. So definitely buy that.
Yeah. And it blurs those guns too.
No, the focus is on the guns, bro.
Yeah, but it blur. I mean, match it to the top of the box.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that is.
Blur and sharpen. We'll do a little. Where's that? Where? Oh, what am I looking at? Camera lens blur. There it is. Blur preset. Yeah, camera lens blur. Throw a little camera lens blur on our puppo as well. Too much. So the focus plane should be on the top of the box, and then the ground is about as far away from the box as the dog would be. So we're trying to match the focus from the dog to the box. Cool. There's the adjustment layer. All right. Buy that. Take the whole thing, pre-comp it, go in and where did we put the dang 235 thingamabob? Pop that on top, and now reframe within it. And probably just a little just a little digital push in. A little too much. Just a little subtle push in. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Render this guy out, and we'll pop it in context and take a look. Do. Oh, did you finish Dog Guns?
Me?
Yeah.
Which one?
Sorry, not Dog Guns, Dog Phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you finished it? I can't see it.
Sure.
So you haven't dropped any of these in, you just
No.
finished it.
Yeah.
Yes! That's so goofy.
Bars will hide the.
Yeah, but that's so ridiculous. Oh no. So Darkwood Productions, if we do replace it, we'll just replace that still image that we're using. Oh my goodness, hold on, I need to put that in. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, yes. Yes. This is everything I wanted. I'm gonna do a little bit of a cheat here because he starts up top and then gets down to here.
Oh, dead!
Make sure. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. My render didn't go as bedroom as I thought it would. Unless. Ah, that's right. I didn't update it. Duh. I put Dog Shoot 1.1 in there. This is very, very good timeline management, by the way. In case you're excellent. VFX final shots. You got some stabilizations and stuff in there as well?
Well, I didn't put them in, but yeah.
Okay, cool. So, it is 5:37. I think we've had, just so very quickly for those of you who are still here, we'll just very quickly go through it. Andrew Kramer's out of the house. Thanks very much, Andrew, for stopping by. See you later. We'll just play this real quick for everybody so they can see what this looks like. Real quick, the audio here we are taking from the original trailer. We're going to be redoing the audio. We're in the process of doing that right now. But just give you an idea of what's coming up. Actually, you know what? We should play the John Wick trailer first, so people know what we're matching to. Good point. Good job. Dog treats. So this is what we're trying to match to. The feel of, so pieces of it that we're going to be.
I'm up. You like that, huh?
Nice ride.
Thanks.
How much?
Excuse me.
How much for the car?
She's not for sale.
You have good day, sir.
Daisy. I lost everything. That dog was a final gift from my dying wife.
Jonathan, you got out once. You dip so much as a pinky back into this pond, you may find something reaching out to pull you back in.
It's personal.
Where'd you get that car? What does it matter?
It's not what you did, son. It's who you did it to.
Nobody?
That nobody is John Wick.
You working again? No, just sorting some stuff out.
Task your crew. How many? As many as you have.
Hey, John. I thought I'd let myself in.
People keep asking if I'm back. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
I'm not afraid of John Wick.
Uh-huh. How good's your laundry?
No one's that good.
I thought not.
So, our dumb version of the same thing. So we're borrowing some of the trailer shots.
Daisy.
Do you have any idea who it was you killed? Idiot! You killed John Wick's dog, human.
There's a little Freddie Wong temp voice over here. And that human was John Wick. We're gonna do like dog panting.
Dog dead!
Anyway, and then that's Clint and I in the end, a little joke in the end. Anyway, that's going to be coming out on Tuesday, and we are going to be working and cranking on that over the course of the next few days, getting sound and everything in there. So thank you everybody for stopping by, getting a chance to see some gunshot stuff, some visual effects stuff. Keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it when it comes out. I think this is one of our funnier videos. So once again, everybody, we're gonna peace out. But until then, we will see you guys soon. So I think I have to, here we go, to hit that. So we're technically offline, but everyone can still hear me. It's just gonna be dark, and everyone can still hear this, but I'm not sure when I can close the window. Who turned out the lights? It's really dark in here. What's the deal? It's crazy dark. It's crazy, crazy dark. Where could we be? We will see. I'm checking when I can stop this, because the moment I stop this, it goes black. Okay, there we go. Okay, now what? Now what do I do? Now I just need to